They did it! Giannis and the Bucks are officially 2021 NBA champions. And in today's video, we're going to talk about how they came there and how they did it. But I'm going to be mainly focusing on the moves in the last 1 to 2 years. Bring it back to the bubble and the 2020 NBA playoffs, where they lost in the second round to the Miami Heat in 5 games. Giannis experienced some injuries and the Heat just overpowered. But yeah, the Bucks end up losing to the Heat there. And that was one of the reasons they kind of got revenge this year and swept the Heat. So we'll talk about that later when they sweep the Heat. But yeah, that put the Bucks in the offseason. Giannis at this point has 2 MVPs, 1 Defensive Player of the Year, but nothing really in the playoffs to show for it other than an Eastern Conference Finals appearance. So Giannis and the Bucks are motivated, and they need to make some necessary moves. They're lacking a third guy. They need a third guy at this point, and how long can they just run with Chris and Giannis? They need a third guy to help them out, at least defensively, and who can do a bit of scoring, and they're going to get exactly that in the offseason. The big move that catapulted them to the next step is a trade for Jrue Holiday in a 4-team deal. So they get Jrue Holiday and they trade away Eric Bledsoe, who was inconsistent in the playoffs, George Hill, good backup point guard, but they needed to give him up for Jrue Holiday, RJ Hampton, a young rookie who would get also traded to the Magic later, and then 4 first-round picks, one from 2024, 2025, 2026, and 2027. So they paid quite a price for Jrue Holiday. But one thing Jrue Holiday is known for in the NBA, amongst the NBA players in the community, he is known as the best defender. He might not get Defensive Player of the Year, but he is the best defender amongst the NBA players. And he can score a bit, and he did that, and he can play make. Jrue Holiday was amazing for the Bucks this year in the finals, and he's one of the reasons why they won it all, and this trade was extremely monumental in winning. Next might be one of the biggest moves in Bucks franchise history. They signed Giannis to a 5-year Supermax, and after there were rumors he might go to Toronto, New York, Golden State, go to a big market city, not a homegrown one, a small one like Milwaukee. They were thinking he was going to leave after his contract was up at the end of this year, but he signed a 5-year Supermax to stay in Milwaukee. He said, "I'm not leaving till we build up with the homegrown guys, we win a championship," and they did that. So Giannis, props to you for staying, props to you for trusting the process, and props to you for sticking to a small city. But yeah, this is just a great move. Obviously, you know Giannis, MVP, great player, top 5 player. But yeah, a great move just to sign Giannis here, obviously, you know what I mean. So going to the 2020-2021 season, their starting lineup looked like Jrue Holiday, Dante DiVincenzo, Brook Lopez, Giannis, and Chris Middleton. I'm not saying it from point guard to center, but those are just 5 guys. And then off the bench, you got Pat Connaughton, DJ Augustin, Bobby Portis, Bryn Forbes, and Thanasis Antetokounmpo. Before the trade deadline, the Bucks did make one big trade. It was not for a big player, but a player who really helps out in the locker room, and he's just a great defensive player as well. So they got PJ Tucker, a 2021 second-round pick, and a 2022 first-round pick, and they traded away to the Houston Rockets DJ Augustin, DJ Wilson, a 2021 first-round pick, and a 2023 first-round pick. So PJ Tucker, he has a lot of great chemistry with Giannis, as you've seen all those funny clips of them talking. So that might have helped them get some good chemistry and just have some better locker room conversations and just be a better knit together team. So yeah, great trade, and he's a great defensive guy who can also hit some threes. And so at the end of the 2021 NBA season, the Bucks were 3rd in the Eastern Conference with a record of 46-26, and Giannis averaged 28 points and 11 rebounds and was first-team All-NBA. Chris Middleton averaged 20 points, 6 rebounds on 50% shooting, and Jrue Holiday 17 to 18 points and 6 assists. So their big 3 all did really good. Well, obviously, especially Giannis, 28 points and 11 rebounds. That's crazy good. But yeah, the Bucks are 3rd in the East. They're gonna have a first round. They're going up against the team they lost to last year in 5 games, the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat made the finals last year, so looking to make another magical run this year. But the Bucks are too good. Jrue Holiday's defense, everybody's offense. Bryn Forbes hit some threes. The Bucks are rolling on all cylinders, and they sweep the team that beat them last year. They sweep the Miami Heat and advance to the next round to face the Brooklyn Nets, which ultimately is definitely tougher than the Miami Heat. But yeah, great series from everybody here on the Bucks, and they sweep the Heat. And well, a lot of the Heat superstars were also doing good as well. Okay, now you have a series against the Brooklyn Nets, a very, very tough opponent. Harden was injured for a bit, but he came back, and Kyrie was also injured. But in the end, Kevin Durant's foot was too long, and the Bucks end up winning in 7 games. Giannis went crazy. 32 points, 12 to 13 rebounds on 57% from the field. Chris Middleton, 24 points, 9 rebounds, but 41% from the field. Chris Middleton really stepped up when they needed him a couple times here, but his field goal percentage wasn't the best, but that kind of happens when he's shooting majority of the mid-range and 3-point shots, as Giannis obviously not the greatest shooter. But yeah, they beat the Nets in 7. Great series, great ending, great performances from Kevin Durant, from Giannis. But anyways, the Bucks end up winning and advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals, where they'll be facing an underdog and a team that's been really good this playoffs. Trae Young leading the Atlanta Hawks to the Eastern Conference Finals. This is a tough setback for Bucks fans as Giannis suffers a knee injury in Game 4 versus the Hawks. But fortunately, he would only miss 2 games and be ready for Game 1 of the finals, as they would end up beating Atlanta in 6 games. Chris Middleton and Jrue Holiday, really important part of why they won the series, especially in Games 5 and 6, as Giannis was injured and couldn't play. So Chris Middleton really turned it on in Game 6. So yeah. Giannis averages 27 points and 10 rebounds on 61% from the field, and Chris Middleton averages 24 points and 8 rebounds on 44% from the field. Jrue Holiday adds 22 points and 10 assists, great playmaking by him, and they eliminate the Hawks in 6 to advance to the NBA Finals, where they look to win their first ever championship in almost 50 years. Yeah, almost 50 years. So that was back when Kareem was there. So the Bucks are going up against the Suns, who have never won an NBA championship. So this is some history in itself, and this is just great. I'm happy to see 2 small market teams do what they do. Like I said, Giannis is healthy, but not fully healthy. He's still able to drop 30 and 40 pieces, but the Suns are up 2-0, and they just need 2 more wins to win the finals. Like the Bucks, they are on the tightrope. They need to win some games, and Giannis and the Bucks storm and win 4 in a row to get their first NBA championship in 50 years, exactly 50 years. So that was crazy. And Giannis on the series averaged 35 plus points, 10 plus rebounds, and 5 plus assists, which is just amazing. And I just really quick want to talk about that Game 6. They won the series 4-2, and that Game 6 was amazing. 50 piece from Giannis. He made 16 I think he went 17 for 19 from the free throw line. This is a guy that used to count how much time it took him to make his free throws when he went to an away arena. He goes to Milwaukee, 17 for 19. On the series, he was shooting 60%. In that last game, he shot above 80, around 80 to 90%. That stuff is crazy. Giannis just went crazy, and no one could stop him. Ayton couldn't stop him. Jrue Crowder couldn't stop him. He was amazing in Game 6. I don't know what else to say. He was amazing in Game 6. Chris Middleton hit some clutch shots down the end. D-Book, I don't know where he went. He was pretty much gone for most of Game 6. Chris Paul was the best player for the Suns, but ultimately he was too short. As the Bucks end up winning the first championship in 50 years, like I already said, that's just such a great story, and I just have to talk about how they came back from down 0-2. They won 4 straight games, and they won the championship. And Giannis won Finals MVP, DPOY. He's just been crazy. I have to make a video now on whether Giannis could be top 10 of all time, potentially. I think maybe even top 5. So I'm going to make a video about that later. So go watch that. And also go follow our Instagram and Twitter at sixman.sports. So just go follow that. We've been posting a lot recently, and I posted a bunch of pictures from yesterday's game, all that stuff. But yeah, go in the comments down below. Tell me what you think about the Bucks. Do you think they're going to repeat next year? Do you think the Suns are going to make it back? Or just anything about the NBA? I'm going to be covering a lot of the free agency and the draft, but also 2 more Bucks videos are coming out about not just Bucks, but more about the finals, and then one just specifically on Giannis. So yeah, go watch those videos. They'll be out also later today. Thank you guys for watching this video, the timeline of the Bucks and how they won the championship. Please subscribe if you're new, and like the video. Comment down below for any video suggestions. It's been 6 Man Sports. Have a great rest of your day. I'm super happy Giannis won, and bye.